see 2017 A-level paper, 7 to 11 questions, how to find out the answer, the procedures we'll follow. Okay, 7th question. Which one of the change in the following factors causes the market demand curve for a good to remain unchanged? Market demand curve. So first of all, you have to identify the determinants of the demand. What are the determinants of the demand? Price of the concerned good, price of the other goods, number of buyers, consumers' income, other factors, consumer taste. Those are the determinants of the demand. Then here you can see the price of the concerned good. Remember that, children, the price of the concerned good, there is a law of demand. You have to also or you have to learn the law of demand. What is the law of demand? The law of demand means the price and the quantity demand. It's not a demand, it's quantity demand. You have to remember, otherwise you have to lose your marks. Okay, so price and the quantity demand has the negative or inverse relationship. That is the law of demand. Okay, that means price increases, the quantity demand decreases, and price decreases, the quantity demand increases. Okay, that is the negative relationship. That is the law of demand. At that time, other factors constant. Okay, so here in this diagram you can see the price P1, the quantity demand is Q1, and the P2 and Q2, the quantity is Q2. When price changes, it's move on the demand curve, one point to another point, A to B, like that, one point to another point. Okay, the curves are not changing, not shifting left rightward on the PPs, on the demand curve. Okay, so remember that. Then, but here the price is not changing, the other factors changing. Now you know the other factors. What are the other factors? Price of the other goods, consumers' income, number of buyers, consumers' taste, like that. Okay, as example we'll take consumers' income. When consumers' income normally, and you have to know, when the demand curve changing, the good things in the economics normally it's shifting to right. Okay, if there are some kind of weaknesses things, it shifted to leftward. Okay, here the income increasing, the demand curve shift to rightward. Okay, D1 to D2. And the income decreasing, the demand curve shifted to leftward, D1 to D3, like that. Okay, other factors, not the price, with the other factors it's not quantity demand, it's demand, the demand curve shifting. Okay, so which one of the change in the following factors causes the market demand curve for a good to remain unchanged? It is the price of that good. Okay, at that time on the demand curve, one point to another point, the demand, the price changing. Okay, here. Then 8th one. Which one of the following combinations of income and price elasticities of demand is consistent with the normal good which has the downward sloping demand curve? Normal good. Which kind of relationship that normal good has? It's under the income elasticity of demand. Normal good has the positive relationship between the income and demand. That means when the income increases, the demand decreases, and the income decreases, the demand increases. Okay, the positive relationship. So here that's why it's positive. Price elasticity of demand. Why? How to find out that one? You know, normal good is also a good. When you got the market, you cannot find out the normal good. It's according to your income. Okay, it's according to your income. So normal good is also good. You know, as a consumer, think about like that. When the price increases, your demand is decreases. When the price decreases, the demand is increases. They are is negative relationship. Okay, that is why the price elasticity demand of the also normal good has the negative relationship. Then ninth one, suppose there are only two goods A and B and other things including consumers money income remain unchanged. If the price of good A falls and the demand for good B increases, we can conclude that. Okay, normal good, inferior good. First of all, you have to know about the summary of the lesson, demand and supply. That is important. You have to know the theories, otherwise you cannot do this one. This is a practical thing and you have to use theories and add those, both of those, and you can find out the answer easily. Okay, this question is like that one. So A and B, I'll explain about elasticities. First of all, normal good, inferior good. There are main three elasticities. What are the three main elasticities? First one is the price elasticity, and cross price elasticity is the second one. Third one, income elasticity. Under the price elasticity, there are five elasticities. First one is the perfectly inelastic demand. So when you have the elasticity calculation and the coefficient, you can find out it's 0. Then inelastic, it's less than 1, that means 0 to 1. Then unitary elastic, the coefficient is 1. Then elastic demand, the coefficient is more than 1, that means greater than 1, 1 to infinity. Then perfectly elastic, it's infinity. And also that is important, you have to remember the diagrams about these elasticities. That is important, okay, for other questions. Then cross price elasticity, there are two goods. What are the two goods? Substitute goods and complementary goods. Substitute goods has the positive relationship between one good and one good price and the other good demand. Okay, there are two goods. Then you can take as the example tea and coffee. It's better to take an example, it's practical. Then the other one is the complementary goods. Complementary goods has the negative relationship between one product price and the other product demand. Okay, so you can take torch and battery as the example. It's better because you can apply it easily and find out the answers. Then income elasticity. Under the income elasticity, there are four goods you can identify. The first one is normal good. Normal good has the positive relationship between income and demand. Okay, remember you have to identify the component. The component is income. Then inferior good. Inferior good has the negative relationship between income and demand. Then essential good, you have to do the calculation. Then after the last calculation, you get the coefficient as less than 1. That means inelastic. It is essential good. A luxury good, when you do the calculations and you take the answer as the more than 1, that means greater than 1, elastic one, that means it is luxury good. Okay, that is the summary of the elasticities. Then here they mention money income constant. At that time, price of good A falls. The component here, look, price. It's under price elasticity. So A is a normal good? No, because normal good under the income elasticity, not under the price elasticity. Both A and B is a normal good? No, now we know A is the price we concern. Okay, the component is the price. So we cannot take it as a normal good, it's under price elasticity. A is an inferior good? No, inferior good is also under income elasticity. B is an inferior good and B is a normal good. Okay, here B is a normal good and B is a inferior good. B is a, here they mention if the price of A falls and the demand for good B increases. Okay, demand increases. Here somewhere else they mention that the income of the B decreases and demand increases. No, income is not decreases. So we cannot take it as the inferior good. So we can get it as a normal good. The income is constant, but the demand is increases. Okay, that is the way you have to find out the answer. Remember that some questions has some kind of different things, because some goods you some questions you have to remove the answers, then you can take the better answer. So you have to sound knowledge about the theories, otherwise you cannot take a better answer. That is the important one. Then 10th one, an increase in the price has caused the demand for bread to rise by 30%. The cross price elasticity of demand between rice and bread is 3.0. Which change in the price of rice has brought this about? Okay, here's a percentage, 30%. Okay, the price demand, and this is substitute good. They mention rice and bread. Okay, when you have the percentages, you have to know about the equations. There are two equations. This is the one. Okay, when you do calculations in the elasticities, there are two equations. One equation is the delta q divided by delta p into p divided by q. But when they give directly the amounts, you can take that formula. But here there is a percentage, so you have to take the percentage formula. This is the percentage formula. Cross price elasticity of demand equal percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in price. Okay, here percentage, and now you have 30% of demand and elasticity is 3.0. Okay, you can add these amounts to formula, then you can take the price as the 10%. Do you have a 10% answer here? No. That means you have to find out how to take the 10% answer from these answers. Okay, we'll calculate. I took the first answer from 80 to 90 per kilogram. 80 to 90, 80 to 90, that means between 80 to 90, how much? It's 10. Okay, it's 10, the amount is 10. Then 80 to 90 means 10, 80 to 10, that means the percentage is the 12.5. And you can do the other answers also, you can try out, but I take the fifth one. So from 80 to 88 per kilogram, 80 to 88 mean it's between that 8 kilograms. Okay, 8 rupees. Then you can say 80 to 8. Okay, 88 means 8, between that. If 80 to 8, the percentage, that is 10. Okay, that's the way of calculating the percentage. Okay, try this one, you can do easily. The 11th one, which of the following is true in the market for a certain product if producers consistently are willing to sell more at the going price than consumers are willing to buy? Okay, here they mention, look at this one, producers consistently are willing to sell. That means producers supply is greater than at the going price than consumers. Producers supply greater than consumers demand. You have to find out the answer for that. Read the question thoroughly, then identify the most important words. Okay, most important parts, praise, then you can easily find out the answer. Okay, demand is highly inelastic, no, it mentioned not like that. Supply, the product is inferior, no. There's a price ceiling on the product, we'll see. There may be, if you practice these questions very well, so you know the fourth and fifth one has the answers. Okay, yeah, this is maximum price. Maximum price is the price ceiling. Okay, maximum price means, remember that it's not above the equilibrium price. Okay, so through the maximum price you can easily identify the excess demand. So when you have the questions, find out the excess demand, mention like that, you don't need to be um, stress about this type of questions. You don't need to read all the things, remember. No, only thing you have to remember, that is the maximum price means it's below the equilibrium price, that's all. Okay, then draw the demand and supply curve, draw mark the equilibrium price and quantity, then maximum price, it is below the demand, below the equilibrium price. Okay, and what is the maximum price? Maximum price means this is the maximum one. It's imposed by the government for the consumer's benefit. When the government sees the equilibrium price, market price is not good for the consumers, they impose a maximum price. It's as example, eggs price at 60 rupees, but government says the prices are high, so consumers cannot afford, so they impose the price as the 40 rupees, that is the maximum price. So equilibrium price is 60 and the equilibrium price is 60, but the price, that means maximum price is 40. Then at that price you can impose the maximum price. Find out the demand curve. This is your demand curve and this is the maximum price. Where is the place the demand curve intersect the maximum price? This is the place, that is QD. And find out this supply curve. Where is the price, maximum price intersect supply curve? That is the quantity supply. Then QS and QD. The grade 1 is QD, here excess demand. Okay. Do they ask about demand is greater than supply? No, they ask about supply is greater than demand. Here we'll go to the price flow. Okay, as the before one, same as before one, draw the demand and supply curves and impose the price flow. Remember that the only thing that you have to remember, that is price flow is above the equilibrium price. It's a floor price, it's not mean below the equilibrium price, it's above the equilibrium price. Okay, so price flow, they mention this is don't reduce the price more than that, because this we think about it's imposed for the producers benefit, the government impose it. When we think about the farmers, rice farmers, rice supplies, so the government imposed, we think about it's 90 rupees, then government imposed the price as 110 rupees, because the 90 rupees the farmers cannot cover their expenses. As a result of that, government sees that and government imposes it as a 110 rupees. Then that means don't reduce the price lower than that, that is the price flow. Okay, here and also here maximum means don't increase the price more than that. Okay, it's that is the maximum, that is the condition. Okay, here is also like that, don't reduce the price lower than that. Then also again you have to find out this is the price flow and the supply curve. Where is the supply curve cuts the price flow? This intersects the price flow price. This is the QS. Okay, then where is the price flow intersect the QD demand curve, that is the QD. Then QD QS, there is excess supply, that means supply is greater than demand. So that is the answer, because they ask supply is greater than the demand, that is the price flow on the product. Okay, remember these things when you have the questions. They ask find out the price flows and also price ceilings and excess demand, excess supply. The only thing you have to do, you have to know where is the supply the price floor, price ceiling, price located at which place. That means above the equilibrium price or below the equilibrium price. Those tricky things you have to know, then you can do the questions better. You should have this sound knowledge about the theories and the elasticities, everything, then you can apply for these questions, and this is not much difficult. Okay, thank you.